Good afternoon, everyone. Just down at the cow shed, or actually the calf shed. I just thought I'd do a quick video on how we rear our calves and what facilities we have for rearing calves. But firstly, just a recap on the bobby. We've finished sending bobbies now. We sent 76. I just had a look at how this book here has forms that we fill out, and we keeps a record of what we've sent. We sent 76 bobbies, and we're now onto selling whiteface. So our calf shed's full of whiteface calves now. So we've got a buyer for them, and well, we've got a couple of buyers that buy our calves, and we do take some to the sale as well. So this mob here is some that we're keeping. We're rearing, I think, 3 or 4 for our calf rearer, and then we've got one for Ezra and one for Sadie, and then we've got the last 2 of our AB calves here. So that's excuse me. That's this mob just here. Another thing before I go too far, you can also check us out on Facebook, Family Farming and Fun. So the calf shed, we have this calf shed here. We have 6 pens. There's 1 pen over there, 1 pen in the back, and then there's 4 across here. This pen in the front, we call it our bobby calf pen. So when we're sending bobbies, the bobby calves go in this pen, and then they go up the ramp and into the truck. As you can see, it's full of white-faced calves everywhere. These are our oldest ones. These ones here, there's about 8 patchy white-faced calves going tomorrow, and then there'll be some more on Monday. Good white-faced calves going. Got a soft spot for white-faced calves. I reckon they're quite cool. Different personality to dairy replacement calves. I built this all myself. Well, apart from obviously the structure, I did extend it. I put this side here on. The wall used to be here. There's a alleyway which goes right through here, and we've got doors here for ventilation as well as light. You can either have them both shut or the top one open. So I just built it out of built the gates and the rails all out of 4x1. We use quite a coarse chip on the floor, as you can see. It's quite coarse. This is our second year with this chip. We haven't had to clean it out. We just spray it out with find it. It doesn't appear to be here. I've forgotten the name of it. Here it is. So we spray our calf sheds out with this. We only do it, well, we usually do it once right at the beginning, and we usually have to do it again at some point, just in the middle. We try not to keep the calves inside too long. Usually the calves that we're rearing, they are inside for probably 4 days, and then they go outside. I'll show you another day the calves down the road. We've got there's 2 mobs of 38 that we feed with the big milk bar calf feeder, which I think is a really good calf feeder, being that it's easy to clean out. As you can see, it's nice and easy to keep clean, and also it's got a reasonable size hatch to get inside, and there's enough capacity there to be able to fill it up and feed this little lot here, and then the 2 other big mobs. We're also due to dehorn the calves. We were meant to dehorn 2 days ago, but the weather wasn't permitting. Look at them all. Yeah, so we tend to keep our calves in big lots. We don't separate them. We don't have any major problems with sickness. the biggest thing that we can get is scows, but we use a scow ban, which is up here. This is the scow ban. We use that if, so we try and do preventive treatment. As soon as we see one that's starting to get scows, we will give them a shot of it. We also have electrolytes that we use. If we have a calf that's sick and won't drink milk, we'll give it electrolytes with a bit of milk as well. Sometimes a bit of milk, but yeah, just to try and get them going again. And we usually, for weaning, we usually try and target about 85 to 90 kgs. Some of them do get to 100, but meeting 100 on just milk and grass is quite hard. So out the back here we have two 1200 litre vats, calf vats. One's got a stirrer on top, which is really good. It keeps the colostrum stirred up. The other one we just manually stir it. You can just see it hanging there. And from the cowshed on the end, just there, end of the plant, there's a the milk lift pump, and that when we get onto our colostrums, we actually just pump the milk over here. We've got this hook that we hook on the top of the vat, and that allows us to pump the milk over and store our colostrum over here. In the peak of calving, we do need to use a few drums just to keep up with the milk, because when you got 40 colostrums in your colostrum herd, there's over 400 litres of milk that comes over here. And a big advantage of having two, if I got another one, I probably would put one up, because the way it works at the moment, we will be filling. At the moment, we're filling that one. This one's got some in, but we'll fill that one. We're filling that one and using that one, and when that one's empty, we wash that one out with hot water that we can pump over from the cow shed. We wash it with hot water, and then we can start filling that one and go start using that one. And yeah, it just gives us options. I think it works well. I'm sure there's lots of other dairy farmers that do it that way, but I just thought I'd show you how we do it. And for feeding for feeding the calves in the pens there, we use these 5 teat calf feeders. I think there's one more somewhere. I think we have 4 or 5. We also have a big 10 teat calf feeder up there, which we don't use because generally, well, exception there's actually more in here, but most of the time we only have about 5 in a pen, so we just use those 5 teat calf feeders. But because we're holding all our white faces to sell them, we end up having a lot more in the shed normally than normal. Yeah, that is our calf shed. So in the Bobby calf video, you would have also, you might remember me saying that ramp is removable, because it's normally about every 2 years, but we may be able to get another year out of this chip because it's so coarse and breathable. We can get in here with a bobcat and clean this all out. So see all the steel gates, they can all fold against the side of the cow shed. These big gates here, they fold against these gates, and you can also just fit down that side with that gate open. I've got to shovel the middle out, but it's not too bad. So yeah. If anyone's got any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll have a go at answering them. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you another time. Bye.